Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Ardin on the Pitch. Today we will discuss and debunk the amazing auction strategy of the three masterminds of the Royal Challengers Bangalore coaching setup. As mentioned in the thumbnail, Dinesh Karthik, Mo Bobat and Andy Flower, and how they have transformed RCB, who had not won a single trophy from for 17 years, to winning back-to-back titles in the last 2 years, 2025 and 2026. So off we go. Please watch the full video, and please don't forget to subscribe my channel Arin on the Pitch. So off we go. So, before I start, I first let me define what was the squad. RCB as a team was a team which used to be full of superstars. It always included some big names in the market. Names like Chris Gale, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Yuvraj Singh, Albie Morkel, and some big kind of batters. Rahul Dravid was there in 2008. There was Brendan McCullum, there was Quinton de Kock, and there were many such players. But despite of having all that superstar players, RCB couldn't win a single trophy from 2008 to 2024. They had got three captains. They had Daniel Vittori, Virat Kohli, AB de Villiers, Faf du Plessis, but they could never get that silver lining. So, what had led RCB winning back to back trophies in 2025 and 2026? Well, let's go straight into that. So, first, we'll say about the thumbnail. I've included the three masterminds: Dinesh Karthik, the mentor of the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Andy Flower, the head coach of Royal Challengers Bangalore, and Mo Babat, who was the director of the Royal Challengers Bangalore team. So I would just explain when they were appointed. So and Andy Flower was appointed at August 2023 after Royal Challengers Bangalore had removed their previous coaches Mike Hesson and Sanjay Bangar. And Andy Flower had previously coached the Lucknow Super Giants and led them to the playoffs. He couldn't quite win the trophy, but he had many other trophies in CPL. He had trophies in Dubai Premier League and other quite similar leagues. He was a Zimbabwean batsman who had and one of the elite Zimbabwean squad like Heath Streak and many other batters in that era. So he was appointed in that time. Then Mo Bobat was a key director, was appointed as the director also in August 2023 and 2023, similar at that stage when Andy Flood also was. So he used to be a part of the scouting panel, and he was the director of the England cricket team, the same England cricket team which suffered a huge debacle in 2015 World Cup. So after that, he was elected as the director of the England cricket team, and he had then scouted some incredible players like Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow, Alex Hale, Jofra Archer, which led to England's victory in 2019 World Cup and the 2022 World Cup before he resigned. So he always had some key scouting procedures. He used to, in fact, go watch some matches. So he was appointed as the director of RCB at that time. And Dinesh Karthik. Well, I would say it's something it's interesting to speak about Dinesh Karthik. So Dinesh Karthik was part of the Royal Challengers Bangalore to 2024, and he played his last IPL match before he announced his retirement from competitive cricket from the IPL, and gave his after Royal Challengers Bangalore lost to Rajasthan Royals at the eliminator. So that was his last match. So and Mobo Bhatt and Andy Flower was keen to have Dinesh Karthik because he was very familiar with the team. He had good communications with the senior players. He knew how to guide the youngsters. He had that immense brain to scout people. He to talk to the younger players in the team. So they picked Dinesh Karthik, and he was picked before in 2025 auction. So RCB in this mega auction went with a clear strategy. Well, I will not say that, because this was the auction, it was the mega auction, and in fact, RCB had retained just probably some three players. I think RCB had retained Virat Kohli, Rajat Patidar, and Yash Dayal. Now, many critics actually questioned the decision. Why Rajat Patidar? Why Yash Dayal? In fact, RCB didn't even retain their previous captain Faf du Plessis and Glenn Maxwell. And many experts really questioned the decision of Yash Dayal over Mohammad Siraj, who was a key aspect of RCB, I think, since 2018. So, so RCB initially did not go over flashy players. Many expected RCB to go over players like KL Rahul, Yuzvendra Chahal, Rishabh Pant, probably David Warner, and many other players. I think they wanted them to go over Kagiso Rabada, Mitchell Stark, but they had a clear agenda. So, firstly, let's just talk about straight. Let's talk about from the batting 11, we called from batsmen to bowlers. So, RCB went for Phil Salt. So, Dinesh Karthik and had a clear, and Mo Bobat, who worked with Phil Salt in the past, had this idea of Phil Salt of his boundary percentage. He actually takes the least number of balls to hit a boundary, at least some 3 to 4 boundaries, and he wanted a power play aggressor so that he can make a key support to Virat Kohli in dominating that power play, because they wanted RCB not to go with a like a defensive power play, or not to have anchors, because if Virat Kohli is anchoring, and they wanted some other batsman to actually destroy the power play. So RCB, the scouting team, really wanted Phil Salt in the auction, and they managed to get him. Phil Salt was actually gotten in a very cheap price. This is the price I'm going to give. So then, of course, they got Rajat Patidar. He was, of course, now Devdutt Padikkal. Now, initially, RCB went for Venkatesh Iyer. They had a clear plan to get on Venkatesh Iyer since the 2025 season. They got him in the 2026 season, but uh, the bidding war was intense. The war for Venkatesh Iyer went to 23.5 crores before RCB just backed out, and Iyer was eventually given to Kolkata Knight Riders. And that, so RCB managed to get Devdutt Padikkal on his base price. Probably, I think he got it at 1 or 2 crores, but he got him at Devdutt Padikkal. A batsman like Devdutt Padikkal, who actually did not had a good last 2 to 3 years of IPL. Probably he had his worst IPL season with Lucknow Super Giants. He didn't enjoy good seasons with Rajasthan Royals. His last 50, in fact, was in back in 2023. That much. So even then, they questioned, would Devdutt Padikkal be in this team? And then RCB went for Jitesh Sharma. Well, Jitesh Sharma was an interesting aspect, but RCB really wanted, they had because they had seen him in the IPL. He has a very unorthodox style of batting. He plays spin really well in the middle overs. He is unorthodox. He has a great wicket keeping skills. We had seen this in 2025 2026 seasons, where he has actually got one of the best catches. His stumping was brilliant. How he used to keep against Krunal Pandya's bouncers was incredible. And his flexibility in batting position allowed Jitesh Sharma to be in that team. Then RCB wanted a good finisher. Now, initially there was Tim David and Romario Shepherd. RCB got Tim David and Romario Shepherd for a combined price of just 4.5 crores. Tim David for 3 crores, and Tim David for 3 crores, and Romario Shepherd for 1.5 crores. Now, many questioned this decision. Why is Tim David in there, not Will Jacks? RCB did not retain Will Jacks. Yes, he had a decent season in 2024, but RCB was actually adamant of not him because they couldn't quite get him a role because RCB had 10 picked on Liam Livingston for I think some 8.75 crores for a decent amount, and so it was no use of getting because he used to be benched forever. So they were clear in the plan that they did not want Will Jacks and they wanted a strong finisher, Tim David. And Tim David and Romario Shepherd has been one of the blockbuster finishers in the 2025 season. You had seen that some incredible knocks of Tim David finishing the innings. You can see his notable 70 of 25 against the Chennai Super Kings. Romario Shepherd getting that key wickets and scoring that blistering half century against CSK for the 14 ball 50. We all remember that. And many key knocks of Tim David. And the next is Krunal Pandya. Now, Krunal Pandya, after leaving the Mumbai Indians at 2021, did not enjoy good years with the Lucknow Super Giants with 2022, 23, and 24. In fact, he had his worst season in 2024 where he just picked out 6 wickets. Now, RCB wanted a very key aspect of a spinner who can also bat decently, and Krunal Pandya fit exactly. He is a perfect T20 bowler, I would say, and he's completely justified his role. He can really get crucial wickets. He can dry up the runs. He can, in this eras, he's actually known how to bowl. He's bowled some brilliant bouncers, which has been a big aspect. And Krunal Pandya, the spells in the final, of course, 2 for 17 in 4 overs in against Punjab Kings in 2025 final, and 1 for 23 in 4 overs against Gujarat Titans in 2026. He is the marquee or the clutch master in the finals. He was just incredible with the ball and with the bat also. He's played some really crucial knocks. You can remember the knocks against the Mumbai Indians, the last ball thriller. So Krunal Pandya, then RCB, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Now, this auction, you can clearly, I would say, you can watch that video from the RCB auction strategy list that Andy Flower actually and Dinesh Karthik really rated Bhuvneshwar Kumar as the second best bowler in India after Jasprit Bumrah. You can see this fact, and Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been in this ranks for such a long time, but he had faced some recent dips in form. His last season 2024 just picked up 11 wickets and he was hence dropped from Sunrisers Hyderabad after spending at least, I think he spent about 10 years with him before he was eventually released by the Sunrisers Hyderabad. And RCB bought him after an intense bidding war with Mumbai Indians and Lucknow Super Giants for 10.75 crores. And he had really justified. We have seen the swing king, how he has really just been the main marquee, getting 28 wickets in the IPL 2026 season. Just remarkable. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, the swing king. Okay. Then Josh Hazelwood. Josh Hazelwood, also another key aspect. Now, many people were not really quite sure why Josh Hazelwood, but I was always keen. They always wanted Josh Hazelwood. He is extremely consistent with the ball, with his lines and length. He doesn't get perturbed mostly. His death bowling skills are really good. You can see he had taken 21 wickets in 23 wickets in the 2025 season and 15 wickets in 2026. But his role in the final was extremely key. Despite he was a little expensive, but he was just remarkable with the. And then Josh Hazelwood, and of course Suyash Sharma. They had Suyash Sharma was eventually picked as another spinner for RCB after he was really impressive with the ball, for the Kolkata Knight Riders in 2024 and 23 season. So they wanted him, Suyash Sharma. He was a very unorthodox leg spinner because he had a very strange action. And this, though, he used to be extremely economical with the ball, and despite not being quite impressive, he has been also one of the key aspects. So he also won 3 back-to-back trophies, 24, 25 and 26. And then Yash Dayal. Yash Dayal and Rasik Salamdar. Yash Dayal, the key with the ball in the 2025 season. Rasik Salamdar, the key aspect with the ball in the 2026 season. Both had some excellent varieties with as such a perfect T20 bowler. He had both had slower balls, Yorkers, everything. And Rasik Salamdar was another just a very strange, but I always believed on Rasik Salamdar. He was such a key asset. I had seen him before in the Delhi Capitals. He had such a good slower ball. He had such a good cross seam ball. He knew how to exactly bowl in the T20 formats, where the batsman will always charge you. He is the perfect bowler, I would say. Rasik Salamdar and RCB got actually a strange thing. They managed to get Jacob Duffy. Jacob Duffy was actually the second or third rank bowler in during that time. In the auction strategy, he was number one. He was number one during that time, and RCB got him for his base price. And he actually bowled really decently for RCB. He used to be a wicket taker, taking 9 wickets in 7 matches. And eventually, RCB got Venkatesh Iyer in the 2026 season for 7 crores. And you can see what he has performed with the bat this season. 2,209 runs in the season, batted in the middle order or the opener. He's just been remarkable. And of course, the captain himself, Rajat Patidar, can see he's just explosive. His captaincy skills was remarkable, and why RCB's batting side and the bowling side had just been a perfect side in the players. Many experts in the 2025 actually criticized. You have seen many. In fact, I would say that Ambani actually shook the hands of the RCB coaching staff after they got Will Jacks. And in fact, he was like sarcastically shaking hand. Thank you for that. I was thinking, bro, that was the reason Mumbai Indians failed back to back trophies. And this is the key reason. I would say Mo Bobart has actually said this as a statement that you don't win the IPL at an auction, but you can certainly lose one. And that is what Bobart's key strategy was in this auction. Andy Flower, Dinesh Karthik, Freddie, the data analyst of RCB, worked tremendous behind the scenes, and the performances was just a byproduct. Eventually, the players had to perform, but they performed remarkably because they were given a clear role, clear understanding what to do. They knew exactly what to do. Phil Salt being the aggressor, Virat Kohli playing his natural game, being more aggressive this time. 675 runs we have seen in the season. Devdutt Padikkal again superb impressive with the bat, 464 runs in this season, strike rate of at least 175. Rajat Patidar 501 with amazing 195. Krunal Pandya with the bat and ball. Jitesh Sharma with his great wicket keeping skills. We have seen that knock again the Lucknow Super Giants 85. Krunal Pandya, Bhuvi, Josh Hazelwood, Rasik Salamdar, Tim David, Romario Shepherd, everyone how to prepare a perfect squad in an auction. And this is why we have always said that actually RCB picked that people who wanted to be in the Indian team. I would say the likes of Devdutt Padikkal, Rajat Patidar, Venkatesh Iyer, Krunal Pandya, they they were in and out of the Indian side, and they are currently out of the Indian side. So they really want to make an impression on the selectors that we want to be on the side. We have given you the performance, Jitesh Sharma, everyone, and they've really stood up on that. And that's why you can see these when these underrated players get into the team, they will just perform and perform and perform. They won't be just thinking of anything else, and they will just give the best performances, and that is what they have. I would also say that RCB's title wasn't won by the most expensive players. They were won by the players who delivered far more values than their auction price. And like it shows that championship auctions are not only about value extraction, are often about value extraction, not spending power. So you have already seen in how the flexibility, how the roles was defined, how a leadership was clearly mounted in the season, the matchup flexibility, the Indian depth, the spinners, the pacers, the batsmen, the fielders, the all-rounders, everything took in place. This is one of the best auction strategies. In fact, I would say the best auction strategies ever. RCB winning back-to-back trophies 2025-26. And who was responsible? The three masterminds, as always: Dinesh Karthik, Andy Flower, and Mo Bobat. So that's all for my video. If you liked it, please make sure to give a like, share, and subscribe to my channel Adin on the page. Thank you guys.